Hi, my name is Anthony Morore. I am a motivational speaker and author. I've spoken on all kinds of stages, both local and international. I've been to schools and colleges, been to churches, community events, business gatherings, and I've served there as a speaker and a host in some of them. I also officiated some weddings, and it's been a great journey so far. One of the questions that I always get asked by people who would like to be public speakers is, Anthony, how can I be an effective public speaker? And I've got an answer for you. It comes in 5 letters that spell the word speak. That's S.P.E.A.K. This is what you've got to remember if you want to be a public speaker, an effective public speaker. First and foremost is to just get started. I've met with a lot of people who admire people who are speaking on stages and going places, and they say, "Hey, I would want to be a public speaker." But all they've been doing is saying, expressing their wish, and not making it a dream and going after it. Because if it's your dream, you gotta get passionate about it and just take an action. Whatever it is that you are, right where you are, get started. And I always tell people in anything that you do, it's good to get started with the end in mind. Before you even get started, imagine yourself as someone who is successful on a world stage or whatever it is that you may be imagining, a place that is of your dream, standing there, being listened to hundreds of people, maybe if that's your goal, or maybe thousands of people if that's your dream. Imagine that just before you get started. And every single opportunity that you have to open your mouth, remember that you're standing in front of that crowd and you're delivering your speech or you're facilitating an event and you're being effective. But just get started. Just speak in your room, speak as you're going to the work that you do or the business that you have. Just speak. Now, don't mind about what people say. People who maybe laugh seeing you speaking at yourself, and you are the one who is going to be enjoying. Now, the dream is yours, and if you mind about what other people say about you and you're speaking, then you may not achieve your dream. Now, I talk about achieving your dream a lot. That's one of my passions. So you've got this dream of being a public speaker. You've got to be prepared to face challenges along the way. So once you get started with that in mind, being successful in mind, then don't be worried about what it is that you're going to face, and especially the opinion of others. It's their own opinion, it's not you. But just get started. And that's the S. P, practice, practice, practice. There's no sportsman that ever succeeds without practicing. You wake up every single day. If that's your dream, you've got to always have it in your mind that I'm going to practice on my speech on a daily basis. Wherever I find myself, I'm going to practice. Practice in front of a mirror and see how you're doing. Practice in front of a video, record yourself and watch that. Practice, 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 practice. Now, of course, I imagine that you've seen other people speak and you admire the way they speak and what it is that they do. And it's what you see, you practice. And as you keep on practicing, you keep on getting better and better and better. And don't even mind when there are sirens around you. That could be one of your topics, or it could be something that you add in your speech as you're going. And I wish you all the best in your speaking. So practice, 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 whatever happens around you. And then we go to E. We had sirens around me. So this could not be maybe be the perfect environment that I could be practicing. Environment is an important thing. And the reason that I'm talking about environment, if you are in an environment where you're not embraced, where an environment where you don't get an opportunity to stand up and speak, then you'd better reconsider where it is that you are. Find places that you can always have an opportunity to stand up, maybe make a comment, ask a question. And I mean, if you're in a community that is doing a common thing and you are an active participant, that's an opportunity for you to practice on your speech. Give a comment, ask a question, and just be there, being active in that environment. Now, find another environment that challenges you. Maybe you were in a comfortable environment, but find an environment where people are more advanced in their speaking, and just practice, practice, practice. Sign up to courses or to events where you can get that done on a frequent basis. Now, speaking on that, every single Monday, at the point of doing this video, every single Monday, we meet with a group of people on Zoom and practice our speech. If you subscribe to a link that I'm going to put in the description, it's got some cost, but never mind, is more, your speaking is more valuable than whatever it is that you have to pay out there. And now it's even way cheaper than a college that you could go to learn business or any other thing. So you find that link there, join us. Or if not that, find a local community, go to church, participate, go to a business gathering and ask questions. Just raise up your hand, stand up, speak. Give yourself that challenge to be someone who can stand on stage and speak to people. That's one of the ways that you could be effective communicator or effective public speaker. So we've spoken of S, P, and E. The other one is ask. Now, there's one thing to just keep on doing things, doing things, doing things, doing things, and you may not know how you are performing unless you ask. The reason of you being in front of people, as you're even practicing, not even when you are already an effective communicator, in your process of growing as a speaker, the people that surround you are a tool for you because they will give you feedback on how you're performing. If you make mistakes, they'll point that at you. If you're doing good, you'll get that feedback and know that you're on the right path. So why not just ask? If you come to our Zoom meeting every Monday and you make a point of speaking, we'll give you feedback. And you have to be open enough to say, I accept all kinds of feedback. And once you get that feedback, use it to improve on your speeches. So we've covered 4 already, and now we are going to the final one that you should always remember to be an effective public speaker. We've covered starting, practicing, the environment that you are in, and asking for feedback. Feedback is very, very, very important on your growth as a public speaker. And then we come to K, keep going. Keep going. Now, just the fact that you've seen someone speak and you've loved being a speaker, and maybe you've given a speech one day, and you now can call yourself a public speaker. Yes, you stood up and spoke in public. Yes, you are a public speaker, but then it doesn't work like that. You just can't stop there and expect to be an effective public speaker. Again, we go back to practicing. Keep going. Keep going. Keep practicing. Keep finding new places to speak and challenge yourself. Keep asking for feedback over and over and over and over again. And I want you to imagine a team that you support, or maybe if it's a game that you like, you have a team and you know they practice. They keep practicing. Last month, they were there in the field practicing. Today in the morning, they are there in the field practicing. Practicing is such an important thing, and you should keep going in it. So those are the 5 points that you should have in mind for you to be an effective public speaker. And I look forward to seeing you on one of the stages somewhere around the world one of these days. Yeah, please, let's stay connected. Subscribe to my channel, to my YouTube channel, and share this with all your friends, and tell them that they should stay tuned, because we are going to have an effective public speaker here soon. That's it for now. Stay tuned. If you make this video viral, I'm going to give more tips into public speaking, but because there's so much that we can speak on it. But until then, it's bye for now.